Okay. Let's see. It says young Miami defense Diddy in court letter calling him a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. It says calling him a good man. It says young Miami defends Diddy in court. In court letter, she wrote the court a letter because I think is what do you call it? His judgment is coming soon, October. I think early October. Diddy's we're gonna know Diddy's faith. I say faith. Oh Jesus, we're gonna know Diddy's faith if he's going to serve time at all, or if he's going to serve time, how much time is going to serve, or are they going to give him probation? Is he going to have a home arrest? Is he going to serve a year, 2 years, 3 years, however? He has a maximum of 10 years, but there's no minimum, I think. I don't think there's a minimum, of what he was charged with, what he was guilty of. Thank God, because I was one of those people who said he did not deserve to spend the rest of his life in prison. He did not deserve, from the things that we saw during the court times when the court situation was going on. If you were listening and following it, like he did not deserve to serve time. The only time he should serve, and the only crime I saw that Diddy committed was the way he treated people around him and the way he treated like the abuse when it comes to the women that he was with around that time. Because Miami is saying now that she was always treated with golden hands. Diddy was, and I believe her. I believe young Miami that Diddy never did all those things, all those awful things that he did with the other women. Number one, Cassie Ventura. Her last name is Ventura, right? I believe that he never treated Miami that way. So the crime I felt like Diddy committed was the way he treated women. I don't want to say it here, those badly, the way he, especially Cassie and the other, like the testimony, you can tell, like just seeing Cassie's video, like even up to now still terrifies me. The hotel video that we all saw still terrifies me up to date. Why a man would treat a woman, would do a woman like that. Like I always say, like, no matter what a woman does, no man should ever, right, put their hands on a woman. Because the way God made us, no matter how, I always give an example. I'm like, I have younger brothers. Even when we were growing up, at a certain age, I could fight my younger brothers, right? I have 3 younger brothers. But the older we got, like 12, 13 years old, even at that age, I realized when we got to that age, they were stronger than me at that age. So I always say, no matter what a woman does, a man should never, ever put their hands on a woman. Thankfully, no man has ever put their hands on me. Because I know the way I was raised, the moment a man put their hands on you, you do not hesitate. You call the cops and you make sure you see the matter through fully in court. Don't drop no case, don't do nothing, because guess what, ladies? If a man put their hands on you once and you let it ride and he apologizes, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse from there. And I've always said, I never agreed. The only crime Diddy committed was putting his hands on those women. That was the only crime. And that was why, that wasn't why, and they didn't charge him for those things. They didn't charge him for those things. And I also said, you guys can leave your comments, let me know your opinion. Please be respectful about it. But we all have opinions. We all feel differently about stuff. But I always say, take your emotions and sentiment out of the way. What he did to them, Cassie, was horrible. What he did to the women, if the ones that were telling the truth, was horrible. Okay? But let's take emotions and sentiment out. We also knew why Cassie continued to stay there. Forget about, oh, she was young. She was young. No, she wasn't that young. Yes, she was young. But she already dated older guys, like the Ryan Leslie guy. He was 10 years older than her. So Diddy wasn't her first rodeo of dating older guys. Diddy was just the one with a lot of money. That was why she continued to stay with him. That was why she continued. Let's be real now. We all know why Cassie continued, never left. It took her a long time to leave. Because most times, people, money talks. Money talks. But he should have never ever put his hands on those women or anybody, especially women. There's no way how strong a woman is, it will never be stronger than a man. So when men say, she hit me so I hit her back, come on now. How much hurt do you feel when a woman really hits you? You know what I'm saying? So now, let's dive into what, just thought I should let that out, you know. Give me your opinion. And wait, have you subscribed to this channel yet? If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and push the subscribe button. And so you can be the first to get a notification when I upload videos. Subscribe. Don't be shy. It's just a hit. You're not paying for it. So subscribe. And if you like what you hear, you like what you see, I like to keep it real. I like to come here and say my opinion, how I feel. You cannot be mad about how I feel, just like I cannot be mad about when you leave comments and I read them. Give me your opinion, but please, let's be respectful. I'm trying to make this place a safe place where people can say exactly how they feel. But let's be respectful about it. Respectful means tell me exactly how you feel, but we don't need to go out of our ways to call people out of their names. God and our parents gave us a name for a reason. So I always make it my everyday decision and consciousness not to always disrespect people, cursing and swearing and calling people out of the names their parents didn't give them and stuff like that. You can talk and be heard, right? But there's a way you will talk. Nobody's going to listen to you or want to hear what you have to say. So I might read some comment now that is rude. I'll just be like, whatever. And there are some comments I read. I was like, oh, I want to hear more. So let's make this place a safe place. We can go back and forth. I love debate. I love banter. But let's make it respectful so we all can sleep at night. Opinions are good. That's what makes the world go around. So let's go to this. Because I'm like, now Miami is writing a letter, right? She's been quiet all this time. And her quietness, I said it before. When I was talking to a friend when this whole Diddy stuff first started, it's like, Miami is so quiet. I'm like, she's quiet because they said when people say nothing, silence says a lot most of the time. I said, because you can tell she probably doesn't agree with what Diddy did to those women. But you can tell she has a different, I told my friend, I'm like, she's silent because you can tell she has a different experience with Diddy, right? And she probably doesn't agree seeing, especially Cassie's video, like, oh my God, he did that. But it was different with me. But he's a good man. I'm like, she probably saw him as a good man. For me, is Diddy a horrible human being for what he did? Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, he is. But can he redeem himself and make himself a better human being when he gets out? Yes. So I don't judge him. I just hope when he comes out, it feels remorse, is remorseful, and it changes the way he treats people around him. Because we all need to be better human beings in this world. So it says, Young Miami defends Diddy in court letter, calling him a good man ahead of sentencing. Yeah, his sentencing is coming, right? So I don't know if you guys will bear with me. Let me read this. I got this from the Shade Room. Let me read this. The letter Young Miami wrote to the judge. She says, Dear Your Honor, my name is Carisha Brown. My name is Carisha Browning. I'm a mother, daughter, sister, and a hip-hop artist who has spent many years in the public eye. I want to be clear that I cannot speak on or defend anything that may have happened before I met Sean Combs. Diddy's real name, like given name, is Sean Combs. It says happened before I met Sean Combs. I do not condone any wrongdoing. I haven't even read this. I'm just now reading it. You and I, if you're watching this, this is the first time I'm reading this. And I just told you guys earlier that she probably felt like she never observed these things, right? He never treated her this way, but she probably also did not condone it. She did not agree. She was like terrified when she saw, like, especially Cassie's video and started hearing the things that he was doing. Now, let's not talk about Diddy's private life. What? The RICO case they charged him with, they wanted to display his private life. Come on, people, let's be real. Come on now, come over here. Do we really want them to put our private life, what we do in our bedroom on 6th Street, on the street? Like, do you know what some of us do in our bedrooms? So let's not even go there and judge Diddy about what was going on in his bedroom. No, because some of us do worse than that. And that's called living your lifestyle. That's a lifestyle. So when it came to those what do you call them? Diddy party? What do you call it? The off thing. What was that called? What was it called? You know what? When I remember, I'll talk about it. When it comes to like the parties that they were having, right? Where Cassie will have to book for those escorts. When it comes to that, a lot of people live those lifestyle, right? Man, I can't, something off, right? A lot of people, because they just don't talk about it, live those lifestyle. So that was why when I saw that, I'm like, why are they making that a big deal? You don't want to, you'll be surprised what people do in their bedrooms. So I was like, I'm never going to go. If this is what they're going to talk about in this court, if this is why they brought him, this is what they're going to charge him with, and they say, quote unquote, RICO, he's going to go scot-free. He's going to go scot-free. I didn't care about those things. You know? So let's keep going. I already said it, like, she didn't condone those things. Of course, there's nobody that's going to see the way Diddy was, like, abusing those women, the way he treated those women, like Cassie especially. If you're a woman and you were like, and you shrugged your shoulder off when you saw that Cassie and Diddy's video, the way he went in, I don't want to use the word that is started, you know. If you're a woman, you're like, no, it don't matter if you say, oh, they fought back, like his lawyers were trying to say that him and Diddy, Cassie sometimes we hit him first. No. When a woman hits you as a man, you walk away, right? And I also understand too, drugs were involved, all kind of stuff was involved. So let me keep reading. I do not condone any wrongdoing. I can only speak from my personal experience and the man I've come to know over the past 4 years. For the 3 of those 4 years, I was in public relationship with Sean. And during that time, I witnessed and came to know a different person than the one often portrayed. Behind the scenes, he was loving, genuine, supportive, and always encouraging. He motivated me, believed in me, and helped me grow both personally and professionally. And we all saw that, right? With what Diddy did with Young Miami and her given name is Carisha. We all saw that. Let's be frank now. We all saw that. How he elevated Young Miami, how he catapulted her career, right? He helped her in a lot of ways. And we all saw that. Let's give it to him. And that's what she's saying right now, right? So we're not going to say, oh, he didn't help her. Yes, he did. Right? And he also like made her a little bit elegant too. Right? It made that looked a little bit bougie too. Because we know she's from the hood. No offense about her, but like the way she acts and stuff. I really don't follow. I can't name any of Carisha's Young Miami's music or rap that she does. I can't name any of them. I'm sorry. I don't listen to her like that. But you can tell like it was changing the woman she was become. But you can tell it wasn't forcefully. Like I want you to do the. She was able to voice herself, her opinions. She was able to live her life. She was able to live how she wanted. She wasn't being controlled or anything, you know. And that was why I remember some people even struggling with it. Like, but he didn't do those things to Carisha. We saw how Carisha was talking on social media. We saw how she was acting to around him. She wasn't uncomfortable. She wasn't this. He treated her differently. And from what she's saying, he was already changing then. You know, that was when he started preaching love. Everything Diddy was coming with love, you know. So let's keep going. He said, helping me grow and personally and professionally. I'm writing this letter because I believe it is important for the court to know the side of Sean that isn't always seen or spoken about. The man who poured into others, who gave opportunities, who led by example, and who loved deeply. Oh, that's cute. He helped shape me both professionally and personally. He believed in me, pushed me to grow, and taught me how to be a better businesswoman. I'll skip. One of my most meaningful memories was when he took me to the first Met Gala. It wasn't just about the event, isn't it so small? It was about what it represented. Sean has always made it a priority to open doors for Black people. That was what I said when it was going through this court case. I'm like, do you Black people really want another Black wealthy man in the Black community to go to prison? Did you guys really want that? It's like what's going on with Tyler Perry right now. Some of you are like up in arms. Oh my God, why did Tyler Perry? Do you guys really want Black men? How many of them are out there? Jay-Z, P. Diddy, Tyler Perry? We can count on one hand how many people, and Tyler Perry is giving people jobs. Like, do you guys really want these people to go to prison? Like, you guys put sentiment and emotions, or some of you, some of us, just outright, just hating on these people just because they have money or because of something. Just hating for no reason. Why? So let's continue going. It wasn't just about it. It was, okay. It was about what it represented. Sean has always made it a priority to open doors for Black people, to make sure we are seen, heard, and valued in spaces where we have historically been excluded. That night reminded me that we belong in every room, at every table, and in every conversation. He's constantly encouraging me and so many others to dream big, to dream bigger, walk in confidence, and never shrink who we are to make others comfortable. I tell my daughter that every time. Walk with your heads up high. Like, listen, come here. You cannot tell me nothing about myself. You know God. If you know me, you know. You cannot tell me nothing about myself because you know what I always say? You know God. Only my Creator can tell me something about myself that I'm going to lose sleep over. And I taught my daughter that. I teach her that every day. You need to walk with your heads up high. You can walk into any room. You can be anywhere you want to be. You can speak anywhere you want to speak. That's why at my daughter's school, if they're looking for someone to talk, even to parents, in galas and stuff. We're about to go to a gala at her school, for her school, this coming weekend, and she's the one that they picked to talk to parents at the gala. Be confident about yourself. And you can tell, yes, Diddy does teach people these things. Let's keep going. It says, bigger. He also gave me a voice by providing me a platform on his network to speak. On his network, his network is Revolt, right? And most people watch Carisha on Revolt. Is it not Carisha Please or something like that? I saw a bits and pieces every now and then in the shade room. To speak for the culture and connect with people in a way that was real and authentic. Let's skip. Beyond all of that, I've seen him give back to his community over and over again. In 2022, we fed the homeless together on Thanksgiving. But that was just one example. There were so... Hold on. Yeah, we know that Diddy does these things. But it's just like, people, we all have demons that we fight, right? He had the devil, and he had the angel, and he had the devil on his left side. And he was fighting that devil. He had demons. He was fighting. Are you guys really looking for perfect people because they're celebrities or because they're extremely wealthy? Sometimes you will have to remember these people are human beings too. The only person that Diddy needs to ask for forgiveness is those women that he did those things to, and God. Enough said. And then she said, many moments where he gave quietly, privately, without cameras, because his heart genuinely wanted to help. I've also witnessed, I'll skip that. In many personal experience, Sean is not a danger or a threat to the community. I 100% agree to that. He's a man of God, someone who uplifts, supports, and inspires those around him to be better mentally, physically, and spiritually. But more than anything, he's a father, and his kids are the ones who look up to him the most. You can see the way his kids, they adore him, they love him. You know, they need him. His presence, love, and guidance matter deeply in their lives. I truly believe that he belongs at home with his family, the people who means the most to him, and who continue to be his greatest source of purpose and strength. And you can tell he loves his kids, right? So should he be punished? Left to me, I don't even think he should go to jail, because let's not forget now. Let's not forget they're charging him for RICO. They're not charging him for abusing Cassie and the other women, right? If it was that, that's different. Should he serve time at all? No. I think the 1 year he's been in jail for over a year now. I think that's more than that, should be time served. He should go home. If he was being charged for abuse, domestic violence, yes. But for RICO and for the things that, for what he was found guilty of, people walk away from those things, especially if they're first-time offenders. You guys do your own research. People walk away from those things in court. Most times they don't serve time for those things, the things that he got convicted of. So he should go home, time served. And then they say, I truly believe that he belongs at home. Okay, I've said this. Continue to be his greatest source of purpose and strength. Those are his kids. George. And then she goes, George. She says, George, that's a good man. This is a good man, Savannah. Okay, Carisha, I like this. I'm not going to lie. I like this. She finally spoke. She finally voiced herself when it mattered for Diddy. I like this. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree that Carisha should she have written that letter? Or she shouldn't have? What do you guys think? Leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.